in step 3. So click on it. Then once the page loads, so we have three methods, the basic method here: import single question, import questions in bulk, import questions online. So we'll be exploring the three processes. So the first one is import single question. So when you click on search here, it will give you list of those exam settings you have done in step 2. So as a first time user, you will not see anything here if you have not done anything in exam settings, which is step 2. So you can easily search. Let me just search. You can see it filters, because as time goes on you have those of subject and the likes. I can search by anything. So let me say I want to just bring in question for English GSS1 English first term in question type A. If you click on load, if there's an existing question you will see it there. If there's nothing, you won't. So here you see question mode, objective, fill in the gap, true or false. So supposing my first question is number 1 and it is multi-choice, I'll just type my questions. What? Let me just say that dash is a name. For instance, let me just give this simple example here. Okay, so let me say the question mark is, maybe it's question is just 1 mark or 2 marks. Let me just say 2 marks. So if I want to attach image to the question, I can attach it here. And if I want to put in the options, okay, so I can have, let me just say now, let me just say pronoun, let me just say verb, let me just say adjective, for instance. So you select the correct answer, A. So if you want to include explanation to this question, you can include it here. If you don't want, you can just click on save. So question saved. So if you refresh the page, you refresh, you can see we have it here. Question 1, where is the question objective? Mark per question is this explanation image. So if you want to do for number 2, you just enter number 2 here, and if there's any reference question to number 2, it will bring it. If there's nothing, it won't bring it. If you want to edit what you have done before, this is number 1. I'll just come here, I'll just type number 1. You can see it has pre-filled this back, and you correct and update back. So that's the procedure for inputting by step. So it will be pointing to this. Once you are through with this, you can go for the next subject. So the next method is import bulk questions using Excel. We have an Excel template where you can download. I'll just download this. Then you are going to distribute it with your teachers. It has been downloaded. Let me just go to download, and you can see CVT questions template. Let me open it, and you can see alright, it's loading. Okay, I have this on my screen now. Okay, so we just put this question template so that you can understand how to use it. So we have question number here. You don't have to touch the yellow portion. Question number, the question mode, this has to be well spelled the way we use it. If it is objective, it has to be capital letter throughout. If it is fill in the gap, you have to write it the way we have written it. Fill in the gap. If it is true or false, you have to write it this way. The question here, options A, option B, option C, D. Then correct answer, you put it here. So if the correct answer is option A, you enter B. If the correct answer is option C, you enter C, and so on like so forth. If it is true or false, you put it T, which is fill in the gap. You enter the words. So, and if you have explanation, you can put it. If there's nothing, not necessary, you put the question mark here. If you did not put anything here, the software will use 1 as a fallback, as a default mark. So once you have this, I can close this and I can attach it here. Just click on choose file. Once you click on choose file, you select element is it is assumed that you will have transferred this Excel template to your teachers, so they will have filled in their own real question. So once you have it, you can just click and you read in the instructions to save it to English first term, type A. Then once that is done, you get a success message. So after that, the table at the bottom here is going to be uploaded, and you can see what you have done so far. So good. Okay, we have success message. So, and I can just refresh my page. Let me just refresh. So let me go to imports. Let me select the question parts, load. So 20 questions was imported. You can see the question now, it has been imported. you can um you can actually update question, like I said. Let me just say I want to edit this number, so I'll just click on edit here. It has been auto filled in my input in the single page. So you can then choose, if I want to, let me say I want to attach image. Let me just click on choose file. Once you click on choose file, let me just use something very simple. All right, let me just say that I just want to use, let me just find a picture to use. Let me say this is the picture. For instance, I'll just attach it here. Once I attach it, you can see, then I will save it back. Click on save, it's gonna save. All right, so, and my question number, you can see I have this here, right? Okay, so that is how to definitely do that. So the last option is import questions online. So this is for those schools using our online school management system. So let me say I want to fetch, let me just try to fetch any questions. Let me just use, let me say JSS1 Yoruba, for instance. So you enter your school code. Once you enter your school code, the software is going to validate your entry. Let me just put on my internet. Okay, so just have to wait for my internet to come up. Let me. All right, so you can see it has been connected. So you select your question class. If it has been collected, the class will load the class's name you have, and the online question subjects. Those that have been using it, they understand how this place works. So you select the subjects. Let me just say computer. I'm just trying to pick a random. You select the term, the question type. Let me say question B. Check if there is a question there. If you click on fetch, you can see no question found. Let me check if I have question here. You can see no question found. So let me just use, okay, let me just pick a subject that I think, okay, this is just an example. Okay, let me click on fetch. You can see question loaded. So it will show you list of questions your teacher have set online. So far so good. There is 31 questions. There's just a test run. Then if you now want to save this question for offline usage, you just click on save all fed questions to offline database. Click on yes. It will tell you where you want to save it to. So click on yes and wait for it to synchronize all your questions offline. You can see it has done, it has synchronized, it is now offline. So very fast, very fast. So that's the three basic methods of adding questions. So let me just try to check it here. JSS1 Yoruba load, so that we can see how it looks like. And the questions, you can see the questions now. It has been fetched online for offline usage. So thank you very much.